Hello, friends. We're on day 19. We're going to talk today about the borrowed tomb. And in this hidden picture, what we're looking for is just to think there is something strange about it. And I'm going to go ahead and read the scripture. It says, as evening approached, Joseph, a rich man from Arimathea, who was one of Jesus' followers, went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. And Pilate issued an order to release it to him. Joseph took the body and wrapped it in a long linen cloth. He placed it in his own new tomb, which he had been carved out of the rock. And then he rolled a great stone across the entrance as he left. When Jesus died, it seemed as if God's plan had failed. Don't you know that Satan and the demons were cheering and celebrating when they saw Jesus die on the cross? But God was always in control. It's important for us to believe that Jesus really lived on the earth, that he really died, that he was really buried. And tomorrow we'll talk about the rest of the story. There are many confirmations of his life and death and burial in other historical records besides the Bible. This is a historical fact. And he was buried in a stone burial place that was carved out of the rock, and it was in a garden. Can you think of another couple of gardens that we've talked about during our journey of the Passion Tree? How about the Garden of Eden? That's where Adam and Eve first sinned. And then how about the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus agonized and surrendered to the Father's will for what he was going to have to endure. And now we come to another garden. This is where the garden tomb exists. During his trial, his enemies kept saying, hey, show yourself, show your power. Just come down off the cross and rescue yourself. But Jesus knew that he would show his greatest power when he defeated death and hell forevermore. The tomb is empty. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. So let's go back and look at the hidden picture again. And we have something strange, something that seems wrong with this is that Jesus' body is outside the tomb. This is to remind us that Jesus is stronger than the tomb and death and hell. We see Satan and the flames of hell inside the tomb. Jesus is outside because he doesn't belong where death is. In fact, even when there is the death of a believer, the Bible actually just says that that believer who is in Jesus is asleep. The body is asleep, but the spirit of that believer has been absent from the body and is now present with the Lord. I got to be present when my Aunt Gracie passed from this world. She had placed her hope and trust that Jesus would take her to heaven when that time came. And during the song, I'll Fly Away, she simply flew away and went to be with Jesus. I'm sure all of you have experienced the grief of seeing a loved one pass from this world. Yet we sorrow, but not without hope. They are waiting for us on the other side, all because of the empty tomb, but only if we place our faith in Jesus.